Guys, what's the most unattractive thing girls do that they think is attractive?
The relatively recent lip injection trend is just bad. People with very thin lips doing it sparingly don't look bad, but the majority of girls doing them either A, already have fuller lips naturally, or B, overdo them. So it just looks bad.
Yep, they look like cartoon fish.
Fuck this. Fuck. Did you see this? Look at this.
Gonna be a lot of weird-looking old ladies in the future.
Lip injections and buccal fat reduction are crimes against beauty.
The people who have gotten buccal fat removal are really gonna regret it when they're in their 50s, 60s, and their faces thin out.
Conspiracy theory. The buccal fat removal trend is being promoted by a shadow council of old rich people that want to take the buccal fat that people are removing and put it in their own cheeks to look youthful again.
Huge fake boobs are ridiculous. It'd be tough for me to pick what's worse.
Yeah, I never understood that trend in porn.
The problem is guys don't always spot the fake things, just the poorly done fake things. So it's easy to call out the bad lip jobs, bad makeup, etc. But then models and celebrities will be celebrated without their work being called out.
Yep. I've told this story before, but I was having a convo with an ex. He was commenting on my soft tits. I started laughing because I thought it was one of those, he's trying to make me feel good type of things. So I was like, I've touched titties myself. In hugs accidentally because friends let me and they've all been soft. He was like, no, put my insert ex that he had for 5 years wasn't a small girl. She had a good size and hers weren't like that. We went back and forth about how she had implants and he was like, nope, because he didn't see any scars. I had to pull up Google to show him that the current procedure doesn't leave scars and how implants are placed behind the muscle, etc. He was still adamant that I was the odd female with the soft body. I guess he really loved her.
They can vary in hardness due to variable amounts of firmer glandular tissue and softer fat.
Hate on other girls that have nothing to do with them. I dated a girl who always had something nasty to say about any girl within eyesight. Got real old real quick.
This is also unattractive to us girls, like why would you mean to other girls? That just means you ain't a good person at all.
I was that girl when I was much younger because it's how I was raised. I was a child model and was constantly told that every other girl was my competition. Then I got into my first serious relationship where the man constantly compared me to other women and made me feel like I was in competition with all of them. After getting out of that relationship and doing some healing, I finally started to unlearn the habit of picking apart other women and trying to beat them in an imaginary competition. Every time I started to think something negative about another woman, I'd stop myself and make an effort to pick out something I like about them instead. Now, every time I look at another woman, the first thing that comes to mind is something positive, which I usually make an effort to share with them. It's a bit of a rewiring of the brain, but it's certainly made me a much happier person and boosted my own confidence in the process, not always comparing myself to others.
What a journey. Congratulations on your healing and growth. Wonderful.
This is amazing. I know everyone hates on women who are competitive with other women, but TBF, it's how most women are raised. Movies, parents, school, boyfriends, everyone just keeps pitting us against each other. Not to mention how big of a hit it takes on one's self-esteem, because someone will always be nicer or kinder or prettier or funnier or more fashionable or smarter, etc. No one can be the best at everything. It takes real work and healing to realize that you can't possibly compete with half of the world, and it's much more peaceful to be nice to each other and have each other's backs instead. We complain about men putting us down, then women put other women down, so who is building us up? I'm so happy that the narrative is slowly changing and we are encouraging young girls to support each other.
Those big allergic reaction lips.
I almost caught 1-0 Pokemon Go.
Dropping hints instead of just being direct.
I had a flatmate at university who, to my knowledge, was a lesbian. It was one of the things she mentioned early on. A few months into uni, she, unbeknownst to me, realizes she's bisexual and has a crush on me. She proceeds to drop hints all the time. At no point does she tell me she's bi. She's hanging out with me more than usual, being close to me, hugging me all the time. I understand as she sees me as a really close friend, as do I her. During this time, I develop a crush on her myself. However, still to my knowledge, she is a lesbian. So I respect her choice in that, and I don't pursue a relationship with her. She noticeably, not to me, but all our other friends, gets jealous whenever I talk fondly about a girl I went to school with back home. During a holiday, I go home and hang out with said girl. I'm chatting about university and the flatmate with her. The friend from home thinks the flatmate has a crush on me. I say, "Nah, she doesn't. She's a lesbian. I'm a guy. We're just good friends." She says, "I think she might be bi," back at uni. I investigate, and one night I text her saying, "Do you have a crush on me?" And she replies with yes. LSS, we start dating. Then whenever the classic conversation with friends comes up, I was dropping so many hints and he just never caught on to them. Like normally it'd be, "Yeah, me dumb man, me no notice hints." But in this situation, I always have to chime in with, "But you told me you were a lesbian when we met." I was being respectful of that. And then, "But my hints were so obvious," to which I'd have to say, "Yes, but you were a lesbian?"
Worked with a woman once who made it clear early on that she was a lesbian, which is 100% fine, of course. Then shortly after she starts dating a male coworker. Maybe she's bi. Maybe she was confused. Maybe he had that mythical ability to turn a girl straight. But I suspect that was just her go-to line to stop guys hitting on her, which is unfortunate because it means she doesn't trust guys to respect her if she said no.
I recently found out the man I'm desperately in love with is autistic. And since then, all of my communication and mild flirting has been very direct, and he seems to pick up on it and reciprocate it clearer now. It made me realize how much easier it is to just be direct and clear.
Unfortunately, even if a girl sent me an engraved invitation to anything romantic or sexual and we weren't already dating, I'd assume that she was just being nice or something along those lines. Then a few months later, it hits me like a ton of bricks, and I realize that I blew it. LOL.
Them big-ass Australian huntsman spider lashes they be wearing turn off my G.
But implants, they look terrible.
Fake cutie baby voice.
As a woman with a naturally deeper, boyish voice, this makes me smile.
Those horrid long fake nails, they honestly make me shudder a bit.
I'm a girl but find those really long fake nails so unattractive.
No prostate massages from her.
How do they properly wipe their ass? How much poop ends up under those things?
Real talk.
What the fuck, do you wipe your ass with your bare fingernails?
Dumbing themselves down. It's never cute.
Can't dumb myself down when I'm stupid enough to begin with.
Taking endless selfies. That non-stop need for an online dopamine hit and constant need for being liked is one of the worst qualities in a person. Emo.
Just wanted to say happy birthday, and I hope you have the best New York City birthday ever. My, what a year it's been. This time last year, you... Oh, God! Oh, God! Oh, no! Oh, no! Oh, God! Oh, not the food!
Here's an upvote to show that you are liked. Hope it helps elevate your dopamine.
Basing your entire personality and life around your appearance. It might be attractive in the short term, but if you treat yourself like some kind of trophy, you are just objectifying yourself, especially when you think that is enough and have nothing else. Both men and women would ideally like a partner they find physically attractive. But regardless of your gender, If you base your whole life around looking good and not developing and improving yourself as a person, you will be unattractive.